Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is episode 34 of Direwolf20's 1.16 pack. And honestly, it has been a little while since I've played Minecraft. I kind of took a break for about a week or two. I had a lot of backlog of videos, and so I'm kind of back doing this again. So it's kind of odd to be playing this. So I actually went back to the original design because a lot of it wasn't working. I think a big reason is because this cannot be player type damage. For some reason, the player type damage knocks the actual wither back, or the mob inside of this back, causing it to phase through the actual shield, and that just causes an issue where I can't really do much about, and I just have to kill it manually. So if I spawn another one in here, and actually we can test this theory. So I'm not going to be focused on this too much longer, but if I make this just a few blocks taller, and I do know there is a block limit. Of course, each shield projector has a block limit, and I might have exceeded that occasionally. Last episode, I'm not 100% sure. Because I didn't really count the amount of blocks I used. But let's see. So if I make this taller, and somehow place that behind me, and then throw a wither in here. So this just lets me spawn him a little quicker. And we take a step back here. This won't knock him back. This will just keep him in this cube. While he can fly up and down a little bit, it won't affect him enough. Okay. And we can actually look here and see that the power is being used quite a bit, but that's fine. It also looks like the damage is not being dealt. Why are you not dealing damage? So this might be a thing where it's kind of just like, oh, that's too many blocks. But I thought the tier 4 shield projector did 100 and something, so maybe I am over it, so we'll see. Okay, please die. You still aren't dead? Come on. There we go. Alright, so let us go back to default here. Yeah, because this might be over 100 and something. If I look up shield projector, it should tell me. No, actually, that's a massive amount of blocks that I could use for the shield projector. So I don't know why it's not functioning. It seems like the damage thing messes up every once in a while. So that's a thing, I guess, to look out for or something. I'm not 100% sure. It seems like this version's kind of just a little buggy. To me, at least. I'm not 100% sure if that's to anybody else. But, like, this wither should die. There's enough power going to this machine. Like, that's for sure. Okay. And see, now he's dying. So I'm guessing let's just keep it at that size. And whenever we need another star or two, we could definitely come down here and just spawn it and let it die. We're not doing anything with the builder. The builder was there because I was testing some things. Alright. Let's quickly clear up our inventory. Hop, skip, and jump back. So I do want to show you guys some things. I don't remember if I showed you. I did remove the gas burning generator from down here. We also have flux points placed, so all of the power is going into different areas. This is going into the ore generation upstairs, the ore processing, I guess. I should have named it ore processing. That's my network, and that is the laser network. The laser network is also running the wither thing, by the way. Oh, speaking of that, let's go back to the nether. I didn't think about that. Should probably turn that off. So let's grab a lever. Because what we can do is we could actually probably do like a mob detector or something. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. On to activate, and we'll just place a lever here and turn it on, turn it off. Cool. So the shield's not on as of yet, so nice. And that way we just won't use power and all of that stuff. So But yeah, so we're cruising over here. I want to show you guys what I did off camera a little bit ago. I've actually been thinking this through, and I actually have an idea that I want to do, but I do not have the resources for, or really the time to do it. So there are some basic ore types, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 6 different ore types. Let's keep that in mind. If I were to take this system, or just this system, and maybe this system, and double it, or triple it, I could actually run through ore quicker. Because right now, this is not all the ore in the system. This is literally just a segment of the ore. We are getting a lot of ore. So what I want to do is I think I want to create a floor, probably not on this chunk. Maybe, I don't know. Because, we have Britannia here. We also... Ooh, actually, I could probably charge this up a little bit while we're here. So what I want to do is I want to develop a Mekanism, or quintupling system where we do, 5 or 6 of those systems. That way, we don't have to worry about ore backstuffing and ore slurries being in the wrong spot and things like that. And doing something like that would actually allow for me to, not have to worry about all this ore just clogging my system. Yes, it will still clog occasionally, but it wouldn't be to the point it is right now. Of course, I really haven't thought this through that much. Let's go back down. Because I don't know about power consumption this would cost if we had everything maxed here. We'd also have to think about all of the sulfur production. This is also sulfur production. This is the only sulfur production. So I don't even know if this would be able to run that. And things like that. So I'm not 100% sure. I might look online and see if there's any more efficient designs and things like that. And if there are, I want to implement them. So since we have, somewhat of another chunk started, we might as well just branch that existing one. So like this, we could knock out this wall. Of course, there are cables and things that need to be pushed around and moved around, which isn't the biggest deal to me, honestly. I don't really mind walking over cables, but we will be moving all of this stuff, so that's a thing to keep in mind. So I think we're going to do this. I think we're not going to go to the large scale of 6 just yet, because yes, 6 is probably a good number to go with. Right now, we don't have the resources, I don't think, for that, so... it'll take time more than anything, I guess. All right, so let's do F3 and H. No, F3 and G. There we go. I've also been trying to work on the side project and things like that as well. So, this game or this mod pack isn't my main focus all the time right now. So, kind of developing my own. So we'll see. Things and like that. So, not going to give too much information on that pack. Just an FYI. We're not going to talk about that too much. So, let's quickly get down some marble here. Nope. Also, I don't know where this series is going to go. I've been having, a few people ask what mod packs I want to play and things like that. And I know I think I've mentioned this previous, but I don't know. Like, I don't know what I want to do after this series. Like, the third volume, whatever, mod pack, my computer can't handle it. Just because it's a little too excessive. And I don't want, all the mods 3 because it's just too many mods. It's like currently this mod pack, I don't really want to get into Astral Sorcery. I don't want to get into a few other mods just because they're not my type of mod. I like magic mods. I like those kind of things like Thaumcraft and what is it called? Ars Magica. I love those mods. But I just don't really want to get into Astral Sorcery too much. I know Blood Magic is one of the ones I want to play, but I think that's about it, really. So let's see. So we have this new chunk that we can explore some ideas. And I don't want to put, bridging stuff. I kind of want to avoid that because chunk loading sometimes is an issue. So let me get some things and I will be right back. Okay, so I think I know what I want to do. I want to have a layer or, a piece of the base that is production. Not ore production, not ore generation, or whatever, ore quintupling. I want to have it to where all of this stuff that is producing the sulfur and the sulfur here and the hydrogen chloride and the other stuff that's needed, I want this all to be somewhere else. And the reason I want this is because then I have an area that is cleaner to work with that allows for me to, do more with the space. As you can see, I did take away this. I do want to move this, but I think I'll keep it for now. This was the magma, cream, and blaze thing, which actually hasn't been running for quite a while. So, and we are still pretty decent on blaze powder and slime balls. So if I ever need it, it is all in the system. So real quick, I also wanted to mention, I went over to the desert and I created a few more of these thermal evaporation multi-blocks. I know last time I was here, I didn't actually have the solar panels for the first 4. I had one, which I believe is this one. So I placed all of the solar panels and now we are cruising. So if I fly down here, and look at the monitor, we have an entirety of a multi-block, or that is producing brine. So we should have over enough brine to actually do what we need to do, and that was the goal here. So we have the exact same setup and everything, just mirrored to this section. So let's hop back over to the house. Alrighty, so, but yeah, I don't know how I want to do this just yet. I know there is a thing called the Quantum Entangleoper, which allows for you to highly advanced block capable of transmitting any practical resource across long distances and dimensions. So this isn't really for, just saying, hey, I need this from point A to point B. But I want these because this would allow for me to transmit slurries, energy, and just different things that I would need to actually do this setup. So, in theory, I wouldn't need to make the sulfur dioxide here. I could just put in a Entangleoper thing where this chemical infuser is and actually just put the sulfur trioxide and sulfuric acid production somewhere else, which would actually allow for me to clear up this area quite a bit, because this whole section so this whole section right here is just producing one gas. Same thing here. So if I were to move that whole section and this whole section and combine and move this stuff over to a different direction, this would be significantly better. So that's a thing that we're gonna do. So let's try to do this. I believe I said 6 ores as of yesterday because I'm recording this on a different day. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 ores that we need to actually get going. So let me get all the stuff we need. Let me get the plans figured out, and I'll be back with you guys in a second. Alrighty, so I think our first thing we're going to do is get brine production more. Well, not really brine production, the use of the brine a little bit more here. So we have some electrolytic separators here. Oop. Okay, so this is 4. I think we have another one in the system. And I do need to craft one more, I think, because I do have another one, but it is currently being used in the ore generation thing, and I don't want to take that apart until it's done doing what it's doing. So, yeah, so we're going to put this down, and what we need to do is, I believe it is a gas. I believe, right? No, it's a fluid. Okay, so we're going to turn off all inputs except for top. Okay. All inputs. Alrighty. So we should have this one. Alrighty. So here's the next one. Alright, so if I put this here and I do a mechanical pipe, which I do need to craft more of apparently. Alrighty, so let's place these cables here. And then we can hit this with a pull and these with a push, just for clarity's sake. And you can see we are getting all of the good stuff that we need. Let's dump all of the sodium because sodium is useless as of right now. So, alrighty. So what that means is we will have a bunch of chlorine. So the chlorine, which is a gas, I believe, yeah, it's the cyan side. We want to push this out of the front. Okay. Boop, boop. And of course, there is no items coming into these, so there's no point in bothering with that, but let's just make sure, because I went a little quick on that one. Then we need some tubes. Okay. So these tubes, I don't know if I want to do one of these quantilopers or two of these. Because I can just pipe out of this. And I don't think there's a lot of use for them other than that. So let's go back upstairs here. Let's look. Are we actually clearing out here? That's nice. Okay. So if we go over here, it is a infuser. So we need an infuser. What is that? A chemical infuser, I believe. So we might need to go craft a chemical infuser. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so let's place these chemical infusers here. I have 4 of them in my inventory. I bet there's 2 more in the system. Nope, there's another one in my inventory. Haha. Alrighty, so once we place these, we want all of the inputs to be turned off and the input to be the back. For red, okay, same thing here. All inputs off. And then that for red. All inputs off. Same thing for red. And we'll just repeat this. And it looks like auto eject is on by default for these machines, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so how are we doing? Are we keeping up? Once this stuff gets full, since these are both 10,000 millibuckets, which is just 10 buckets, it will take a hot minute to actually keep going, because we don't have speed upgrades on these. So if we did speed upgrades, which, alrighty, so we need 80 of the speed upgrades and 88 of the energy upgrades. We had 8 in the system. I put them in this machine, so we are just waiting for those to be crafted. It looks like all the speed upgrades are done, so that's pretty cool. Let's just start putting them in the machines. Of course, the chemical infusers aren't going to do anything with them just yet because they don't have the other component, which I believe is hydrogen. Yes, hydrogen. So we'll get that going in a second. These will start going faster, which might be a problem with energy, but we're going to get the energy upgrades of them quite quickly here. Alrighty. And I believe one of these machines takes a gas upgrade, and I don't remember which one. It might not be any of these. So there we go. Some good old-fashioned energy upgrades. All right, now start putting them in these machines. And we'll have to do more energy upgrades and all of that jazz for the upcoming machines as well. All right, I missed one. There we go. All right, and that'll be the Electrolytic Separator on water. So what we probably want to do is not put... let me think. So what I want to do is I don't think I want the actual electrolytic separators, another set of them. Well, maybe. Let me think this through. So if I do another set and say I put it over here and I put an interloper thing, which would just be an expensive cost. So yeah, we're just going to do electrolytic separators. So it looks like we'll need 48 energy upgrades. And let's just type upgrade. If I can type here. So, what did I say? 46, right? No, 48. All right, so 48 of these. All right, 48 of those. And I believe those were the speed upgrades I just put in there. So let's do energy. Actually, yeah, we can do. All right. And then the electrolytic separators. Okay. And of course, we'll need another line of cable. And what I've been doing with the cable is kind of just putting these all to none, except for one of them, so they kind of don't just connect and look too terrible. Alrighty. And then cable. Separator. Actually, yeah, that'll work. And then we have one more. Okay. And we can do what we did here with the mechanical pipe, just with a sink instead. Because the sink is overpowered, and we won't need more than one of those. So, sink. And I'm pretty sure we'll probably put pipes on the top because we will be putting a gas out, so we'll do output on top. And I believe if I do gases, I can just do this, which if you did not know is a pretty cool, nifty thing to know about Mekanism, is you can actually see the output for each side using the correct configuration for the wrench. So for example, if I go to items or energy, you can see these are all out or input. And then if I go to items, it's all none on the top, but you can see there's some for the sides and all that jazz. So that's pretty cool. And then we can just do some tubes, some pressurized tubes. And well, this last one will be the interloper thingy. Let's quickly turn these mechanical pipes to a none. So these don't connect. Alrighty. And then we'll do a just private. We'll set this to HC. Okay. And then HC, I believe. Let's turn off all the sides on everything but gases. I just accidentally clicked the strict mode, so I'm going to... Yeah, but you can see this stuff transmits a lot of different things, which is pretty cool. What is this last one? Heat? Oh, this actually allows for you to transmit heat. I did not actually know that one. All right, so if we look, we could actually just put all sizes as input on gas because I'm not sure what actual side is required. So let's quickly go to fluids, put these all to push, That was the wrong thing. That was the wrong thing. Let's just put it there. That is input, right? All right. And that should be a pull. You can see they're all getting water. So what we need is hydrogen, I believe. So hydrogen, for right now, we'll just do dumping excess. We could actually use these electrolytic separators more than once, and we most likely will, because we have another thing that produces using oxygen, which is the actual injection chamber. So we could probably use this or for something else. It depends right now. All right, and then for the backside, since this is a gas, we can output gas to blue on the back. Okay, so blue on the back, get rid of those. And these should be automatically ejecting, yep. Blue on the back. And then again, blue on the back. It's just a lot of repetitiveness, by the way, and I'm sorry about that, but I kind of want to walk you guys through what I'm doing and my thought process and all that jazz on this one. Also, I haven't tested this, so this might not work at all. So, all right, and this is orange or brown or whatever color that is. Okay, and then brown, and then brown. And of course, these don't have speed upgrades in them, so they're not going to keep up with actual production as of yet, but we will change that. So, alrighty, so this should be filling up. I'm kind of curious. I don't think there's any way to actually tell, so we'll tell in a second here. All right, so let's get the speed upgrades we need and the energy upgrade. All of these, and then we'll just grab a set of both. Boop, 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 boop. Nope. And then energy. And it's like if you wanted something that was slow but energy efficient, I love how Mekanism has the energy upgrades. Of course, whenever you have them, it's most likely going to be the best bet to just use both of them instead of just one or the other. So, also the muffle upgrade exists, which is a nice thing. But since Direwolf added the muffle mod thingy that he put in here, it makes it so much better because I don't hear any of this stuff. Alrighty. So now you can see we are cruising, but we are losing power like crazy. So this is actually struggling to keep power in the system. So what that means is we probably need to figure out how... Okay, so yeah, this is still going. Even though there's no residual copper left in the system, it's still cruising. So... we might have to actually go back down here and disable limit. I think I didn't do that. So let's quickly do that real quick and see if that changes anything. And by golly, I can't get through here. There we go. Alrighty, see what happens now. Ah, yeah, you guys are... Oh, nope. They're still struggling. And I don't know why they're actually struggling, honestly. Let's see. How much power is this using? 320 constant. And then how much is this one using? Let's do a priority of 20 on this. So it sends a lot of the power. And actually, let's go look at the power system since we're right above it. Are you guys just cruising? Yes, yes you are. So what I might want to do is grab a cable and just place it there and remove this cable place this cube here. And what we'll do is we will put an output in the front and then an input into the side. And that way it will allow us to store power just a little bit more and all of that jazz real quick. So it looks like we're still going to be losing power, but hopefully we can figure that out in a second. All right, let's see. Oh man, we are just getting worse and worse on power, aren't we? Well, I can do one more thing. And I can dedicate both of these to the origin. So plug. And then we could do right here, let's do origin. So this one's going to be power hungry as can be. We're running a laser network. We're running all of that stuff off of just that system. So we might have to figure that one out too. But my main network shouldn't be too much of an issue. Oh, by golly. I don't know if I can be able to do this with my current power system. And I thought I was going to be able to. Yeah, we're still struggling with power. All right, let me be back in a second. Alrighty, so it's been a little bit. I haven't done anything in the way of production. I did get this system completely gone. It's completely eradicated. We're keeping this system. This system actually is producing quite a lot of sulfur dust. I don't think this will be enough. So we could actually mirror this design, which is one good thing I like about it, is I could definitely mirror it. And that's actually what I did. This one side was actually original and the other one was mirrored onto it. So we do have all of this space for, you know, all of that jazz. We have the power now actually being able to be kept up with because all the hydrogen chloride is good and done. It seems like it's filling up these pipes, of course, or these tubes, and I can't see how much that is. So yeah, the power is still struggling. We'll need to figure that out before we can continue this. And we need to continue this soon because ore is coming in by the thousands. So I don't think I mentioned this. It's not too big of an issue because I do have two 4 million things. So we have a little bit, but it is going to be an issue quite quickly. So I don't know what I want to do for power because this is a decent system, but it's not good enough for everything, you know. And I don't think these flux plugs are actually working. So we're just going to place this back here. But as you can see, I've added another gas burning generator to see if that would improve anything, and it didn't. So I'm kind of stuck on what I want to do with power. Because this is going to draw a lot of power. I believe, let's see, each one of these is doing about 280,000 RF per, I think that's like buffer. So it's using about 50,000 per tick. So we need to be able to generate 50,000 FE or RE per tick. And I don't know how I want to do that. Yes, I could do a fission reactor or the extreme reactors or something like that. I'm not 100% sure because this is going to be more of a pain than I was thinking. So let's see. We have power, of course. We have the reactor systems. And of course, we could actually do like the nitro ones, which is, you know, a total of 5,000 FE per tick, which one of these would not even run that system. I would need multiple of these, okay? So yeah, I think this is just like a fixed size. So another option, of course, is Mekanism's fission stuff. There is like a fission reactor thing. We do have extreme reactors, which is probably we're going to have to get into because we don't have enough stuff, really. Like, but this is going to be a lot of steel ingots and things like that. And I don't... this should be Mekanism steel. It should be. So, that's the thing. I'm not 100% sure because this is a different Extreme Reactors. This is Extreme Reactors 2. So I tried to make this book, and it actually did not work. I do not remember where I put it. I think I threw it away, but this book doesn't actually work. See if I craft it here. Oh, it actually did work this time. It looks like they fixed it. I tried to make it before, and it didn't function. So it's good to know we actually have that now. So here's the basic first reactor. As a multi-block, the primary job is to produce energy, a lot of it. A multi-block machine composed of different blocks, blah, blah, blah. And here's all the basic crafting recipes. We could totally do this. Like, this isn't difficult. This first tier, forge power tap, whole bunch of good information there. Reactors, the inner workings. There's tons and tons of cool stuff we could learn about this. Turbines. So I think what I want to do is off camera real quick. I'm going to look at extreme reactors and come back and see if I can decide anything, because I can also do like a reactor and a turbine with Mekanism as well. And I don't know which one I want to do, because this is a different version than I've played last time.